Hey gang, Mark Haas here for Team Maximus, and I just want to tell you what a fantastic open meeting we had with Orrin Woodward last night, and the amount of people that showed up for the Rooster for the 200 PV party, that was amazing. That totally blew my mind. Congratulations to everybody that made that happen. And so I am just so excited about where this team is going, where the St. Louis metropolitan area, whether you're in a 2 or 3 hour radius, you know that there's an explosion going on right now, and we want to help you capitalize on that. And so one of the things I want to talk about is this Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Most of you already know this. There's a 200 PV party for the month of January. So, of course, we have one of these meetings every week, or every month, I mean. We have a 200 PV party every month, and it's designed to give you leverage. Now, if you're receiving this video right now and someone's giving it to you and you're sitting here thinking, okay, I'm clicking on this, I'm listening, I'm kind of, okay, what's this all about? Well, you're probably a beginner, or you haven't yet moved on to the world from being an amateur to being a professional. And so if you're a beginner or you're still an amateur, it doesn't matter. It's okay. We still love you. But what we want you to understand is that the leader builds the culture by following the system, and then the system builds the team through duplication. And one of the systematic ways to help you produce volume, to help you to get more volume out of your team, is these 200 PV parties. And they're fun, and you learn a lot. They're exciting. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's crossline. There's leaders there that will teach your teams things that you cannot teach your team. See, one of the things I figured out very early on in this business, it was going to be very difficult to get people to follow me, but I could get them to follow my leader, or sometimes even someone crossline that had some results. So we've got some very exciting things coming up this Saturday. Again, it's at the Rock Church. It's where Rita and I go to church. It's 9125 Manchester. It starts at 7 o'clock. If you've got 200 points for the month of January, you should be there. And not only should you be there, it's not whether or you're going. It's how many people are you bringing? How many people are on your team are you going to encourage to get to that event? See, they got in because they want their goals and dreams. So it's okay every once in a while to go over and hold the bar high on them to help them use the system that's getting their goals and dreams. And so we want everybody to show up to that event. We want you to come. It doesn't matter if you're in Sikeston. We want that group to come. We want everybody in St. Louis to know how committed to the people in Sikeston are to their goals and dreams. We want the people in Columbia to come. We want the people that go further. If you're in a couple of hours, three hours radius, whatever, or 4, come Saturday night and have a great time. We are going to have some of the hottest couples on the team, some of the people that you've been seeing explode at the local seminar. In the Phronic organization, there are some great leaders. We're going to have one specific couple that's doing some very specific duplicatable activity and growing like crazy right now on their team. We're going to have them teaching. We're going to have Ryan and Sarah Phronic. We're going to have them sit down. We're going to interview. They've had a massive explosion on their team going on since about July, and we're going to talk about the specifics that has gone from where they were to what happened that all of a sudden got their business exploding and continues to explode consistently. There are some great bonuses coming up with the CAP program that's about ready to be launched in a couple of months, and we want to prepare you for everything that you need to know so that you don't miss out. At least we will say, we told you. At least we will say, this is what you should have done in order to get to this point by now. And so we're going to teach all of that stuff, and we're going to teach it through the fastest people on the team growing. Down in Sikeston, Tyler Schlosser, he's got a lot of great things going on in Explode. We're going to have somebody in his team doing some very specific teaching that's just cranking and doing some great rocking and rolling. So we're going to do that. And then afterwards, if you're a power player, you're going to stay and we're going to do some karaoke in addition to that. So first step is come for the 200 PV party. And if somehow you didn't end up getting it for Orrin last night, for whatever reason, everybody gets their own business and they do things their own way. But I'm telling you, when you follow the system will build your team. So you got to create that culture. So if you didn't get it done, figure out a way to get it done. Talk to your upline. Hey, this is my situation. I'm a little bit stuck. I can't quite figure it out. What are some of the ideas? And get that done and then show up Saturday. And if you're thinking about going to something else on Saturday, let me just ask you this question. Number one, what did you get in for? What was the number one reason you signed that paper? What was the thing you saw the night you saw this plan, or you went to the first Tuesday, you went to the first seminar, or you trusted the person who got you to fill out the paperwork? What was the number one thing you saw? And if the thing you're doing on Saturday has a higher level priority than what you saw, then you should do that thing on Saturday. If the thing you're doing on Saturday doesn't have a higher level priority than what you wanted out when you saw the business, then you shouldn't do it. You're not going to get your goals and dreams unless you do things that take you in the direction of your goals and dreams. And so we can't tell anybody what they have to do. It's never our objective to do it, but we're going to tell you what you should do in order to get your goals and dreams. And the 200 PV party is something that you have to create a culture and duplicate, or you will not get systematic volume. And someday you'll find yourself left all alone trying to figure out how to sell enough books and CDs to get enough volume to pay for to help you get your goals and dreams. And that's a hard road. I'd much rather create a culture of 200 points and a culture of using that 200 PV party in order to build my organization than me figure out how to generate all that volume on my own. So it's a system that you've been given as a privilege to build a duplicatable organization. So you want to be at those events. And if this is striking you for the first time, trust us and come. And if it's not striking you for the first time, you're excited to have this video because you want to pass it on to people on your team so they get it, because you love them. You've spent time in their living room. You saw some of the hope in their eyes when you showed up and showed them the plan for the very first time. And so we're just excited for you guys to come up. Again, great job last night at the Tuesday open meeting. Again, excellent turnout at the 200 PV party. And the next step, and we're always going to keep the pressure on because entrepreneurs keep the pressure on, especially when they get started in business. So the next step is we're going to see you Saturday night, 7 o'clock, the Rock Church, 9125 Manchester. We're going to have a great time. And you are going to be so happy with every person you got there because the level of teaching that you're going to get, the level of information, again, that's what we have to offer that